Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and I just wanted to say just a couple of things right here from the start. I will be taking a short break, of course, during the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Those days, of course, I will be spending time with my family. Of course, if you do celebrate those holidays, then I recommend, of course, spending time with your family as well. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a social media break during that time. Kind of let my brain kind of just, relax. So this video is going to be a little bit shorter than normal, but I'm still going to get to play with some create stuff because I'm kind of like, I don't know, just the create mod is just super fun. So we're going to dive on in. I hope you guys are ready. And of course, I hope you are ready. So let's get started. Right off the bat, I have set up a water wheel right here. So we have two water wheels technically connected to each other. I did go ahead and set up two water wheels over here. I don't know what the case was, but when I logged back in, this just wasn't working anymore. So I just popped on another water wheel and it was good to go. For some reason, this just wasn't powering the whole setup. I don't know why. I don't know what changed between that time. But down here, I have just two water wheels hooked up. Now, I wanted to talk about a couple of things that you can do with this using these gears. Now, this works just very, very similar to real life as far as gearing goes. So if you start off with a small gear on here and you hook to that a large gear and you continue this process with a small gear and then a large gear, what you're going to end up doing is exponentially decreasing the rotational speed of these gears. So I put another small gear on here and then I put another large gear. You can see that the speed at which this is turning down here is much faster than this. And so it's going to exponentially get slower and slower over time. Eventually, you could probably set up something that's like a clock where this rotates at a specific speed and you can figure out what runs at, certain times. Speaking of clocks, that's basically what the internal part of this is doing. This is actually a clock that is running. If I had this turned on, it would actually, calculate to the actual in-game time, and this clock would run off of that. Now, you can also do the opposite of that. So let's go ahead and break all these. And you see we start with a small gear. Let's go ahead and switch this up and start with a large gear. So we start with a large gear, and then we add to the side of that. Actually, we can probably start right here. Straight from the large gear, go to a small gear. And then from this small gear, we go to a large gear. And then from the large gear, actually, I'm completely doing this wrong. Let's go ahead and off of this large gear, hook a small gear. And you can see that is already going a little bit faster. And then off of that, we hook another large gear. And then off of that, we hook a small gear. You can see it's getting faster and faster. Another large gear, which is going incredibly fast now. The small gear, which is going incredibly fast. And then it just keeps going in this crazy cycle of faster and faster and faster. And oh my God, I would be so scared to be around this gear right here. That would be horrifying. But yeah, welcome to Create. So yeah, there's some gearing stuff you can do, and you can hook things up, and you still have to worry about how much this is actually putting out. But as far as speed goes, if I put something like this on here, you can see it's going too fast, so it's going to break the block, which is kind of interesting. If I go down, we can kind of get an idea of what the max speed could end up being. For example, this is a fan here that can push you. It can also do some other things. I want to do some stuff with it today. But you can see how the gearing here pushes it and you get faster and faster rates. Now this fan works, this fan also has some other interesting things that it can do. You can see that this is rotating this direction, but this is rotating this direction. This one is rotating this direction. So this one is rotating the opposite of the way we had this one setting. So if I put this fan here, it's not going to push air, it's going to suck air. So the gearing on some of these machines do matter. It depends on which direction they're actually spinning. So I just thought that was kind of interesting to see. And let's go ahead and put this to use. So this fan can do some cool things. I remember how before I was like, man, I wish there was just a better way of making concrete, or taking concrete powder and turning it into actual concrete. Well, that's what we're going to set up today. And it's actually not too hard to do. And all of that's just running off this simple water wheel, which is like free power, right? So let's go ahead and get this set up. So we have a shaft. What I'm going to put right off this shaft is a gearbox. This is a great way to get things to change direction. So our rotational direction is facing this way, going west. So when we added this, now we're changing that rotational direction to north. Doesn't change speed or anything. It's still going the exact same speed. Nothing is changing here. But you can see if I go ahead and place this fan, it's not going to do what I want it to do. You can see it's actually pulling air in, which means it's turning the wrong way. Now, the bonus to these gearboxes, you can also change the rotational direction by placing this down. You can see now it has changed direction and is going the other way. So that's another bonus to this. So if we have two of those and we place this now, we're actually getting forced air. So we're getting air that is being pushed. Now, I don't know if speed affects how quickly this can process things. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. But the distance here is actually perfect for what I want to do. So when we have a fan, we can actually put things in front of it, and it does different things. You can see here we have water. If I put lava in here, it would also do things that like cook things. We could actually like cook meat and stuff like that. It would work very similar to a furnace. The water, however, is exactly what I'm needing. So if we also throw items in here, it's going to get pushed to a certain distance. You can see right there that it's being pushed, blah, blah. And yeah, this isn't, of course, going to change anything, but we do want it to hit a certain spot and we don't want it to go any further. So if I put like a piece of stone right here, and let's say we drop items right here, those items will be processed, such as concrete. So if we have concrete powder, we should be able to get them to process there. I also need a way to pick them up. So the create mod kind of has me covered here. Let's go ahead and hop into the create mod. We have these brass funnels. So I ended up upgrading, and basically the upgrade to these funnels is the brass funnels. And these funnels are really nice. They can, of course, when an item is dropped above it, it can pick it up and deposit into a chest. So if I take a chest, for example, and let's just go ahead and dig ourselves a little bit of a hole down here to get this chest set up. We're going to place a funnel. I don't want it placed this way. So let's go ahead and place a chest, then place the funnel on top of the chest. You can see it does have a filter slot right here. So there's a filter. I think we can filter specific items though. There we go. So as you can see, I just placed a white concrete onto that funnel. So what it should only pick up now is white concrete. You can see it's not actually picking it up. That's exactly what I want. I don't want anything but white concrete to go in there. And then what we can do is we can simply just get a pipe. We don't have to use the create mod, but we can get a pipe. Let's see. What would be a good pipe mod, I guess? Cyclic has some item pipes. Let's get some item cables. And then, of course, Cyclic does have its wrench, which I will need. And then I'll just use another chest, right? So let me go ahead and hook into this. And we'll bring the chest to be right up here. Why not? And we'll set that extract mode. And then we can place the chest here. And then I can just fill this in with dirt. Perfect. And then on top of here, I actually want to change this. I want it to be a slab. I guess any slab would work. Yeah, we'll use a regular slab here. You don't have to have a slab, but I'm placing a slab here just kind of for looks to kind of go with the rest of the aesthetic that I have going on. There we go. And now we need some way to drop this item into here. So we need some kind of dropper, or we could do it by hand. Of course, we can drop stuff in by hand. But there's other mods that do have droppers. Let's see. Dropper. You know what? We might just do it by hand. Let me go ahead and make, and this might be a situation where I just toss something in here and I let it go, right? So let's go ahead and make some concrete. So I want some white concrete. I have it specifically set up for white concrete, but of course I can change that filter to do whatever I want, right? And this should be able to process multiple items at once. I don't think it's a one at a time sort of deal. Let's go ahead and toss this in. It might be a one at a time sort of deal. I do need to turn my magnet off. There we go. And toss this in. That could be another problem. I want it to actually land directly on here. So having a dropper would help with that. And you're going to see it's going to start to process. And it's all dependent on this fan. And it's going to continue to run. We're going to notice though, if this does take quite a while, I don't want items to despawn. It'd have to take quite a while for items to despawn. But is it doing it one at a time? So far, I'm not seeing any items being processed yet. Okay, so it actually didn't take very long at all, and it did do all of them at once. So I would say this is actually a pretty fair way of making concrete really quickly. Like that actually worked quite fast. Now, this whole area, I technically want to set up with sort of mini builds like this. There are some really nice utilities that this can do that I would like to set up. And of course, I want to continue to do that. And I want to maybe make this sort of like a medieval district area. And I haven't really started building any houses. So be on the lookout. I do plan on live streaming this. So if you haven't followed me already on Twitch, be sure to do that. It is twitch.tv/ChosenArchitect. If you've never been on Twitch, it is a really nice place to just come and hang out and chat with me. I usually stream anywhere between 2 and 4 hours. And I'll usually post when I'm going live on my Discord. So if you haven't joined the Discord, it's a great place to get notifications for things like that. And I also post it on Twitter. So if you haven't followed me on Twitter, it's a great place to do that as well, is to check that out. I do also post some very interesting stuff. I follow a lot of mod developers and things like that. So usually I like to reshare some of their stuff that you may miss, as you may not be following some of the amazing creators out there. So remember that dragon dimension from, a few episodes ago where we kind of just went in there and realized the dragons were just a crazy mess. Let's just put it lightly, a crazy mess. Well, that has now been fixed, thankfully, in this current version. So I went ahead and deleted that dimension so it would regen a fresh one. Let me go ahead and get my familiar brought in real quick, just so I can make sure that things are good. By the way, notice the dragon head is gone. Yeah. Ice and fire is still in here, but for some reason my dragon head got deleted. I don't know why, but my dragon head is gone, unfortunately. I think it may be a part of the update, because it's not in here. I do have other ice and fire stuff, but for some reason my head, I don't know if my familiar just decided to kill the dragon head because it was so scared of it. I have no idea. But I do want to go in this dimension now. I don't know. I did go in there just a little bit ago to kind of see if everything was different. And I didn't see as many dragons. Like, they are definitely far and in between. But ice and fire stuff are still spawning there. So that's something I definitely realized. As you can see, we can just pop right in here. It shouldn't take too much to do this. So let's go back into this dimension and let's just check it out. It was kind of chaotic, but for other reasons. Wait, what is that? Oh, I thought there was something up there, but it was just the way the blocks were setting and the moon was like just in the right spot. Okay, I built this tower just to kind of show this. And you can see we're actually kind of high up. Right, we're kind of high up, but this actually lets us, it kind of lets us just kind of explore this dimension. And unfortunately, like, I wasn't able to do that before because the dragons were just too chaotic. But this is actually kind of nice. We can kind of sit here and explore this this dimension and see what's going on. Like, what are these? Who you gonna call? Oh my gosh, that was a Ghostbuster reference. What do those drop? What? Did you see that just jump in my face? What? What is that from? I need to look at it again. Is there more? Come on, there's got to be more. That's actually kind of cool. I wasn't expecting to see like that kind of new stuff, but maybe you guys seen who that was from. But you might notice there's going to be some mobs we encounter from Ice and Fire that are so freaking annoying. They are so annoying. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, and by the way, man, I had the crazy, what in the world? I had the craziest experience today. I had went to GameStop to look for a gift for my family, and I could not work there. I don't think I could work in that store. It was the cringiest thing. I had to listen to an employee talk to some guy in there. He went in and was asking for Minecraft for his kid, and the guy was like, well, what console are you looking for it for? And he goes, mobile. And the guy was like, oh, okay. And then proceeded to say, now, just to let you know, there's cursing and swearing in the game. And then another person behind the line goes, I don't think there is. And I straight up looked at the counter and looked at the guy behind the counter. And I was just like, I can't even. How can you work this at this place? I was, yeah. Is that straight up netherite and a netherite block? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was very concerned at that point. I was like, you know what, I just need to get what I have and just leave. Like, I completely understand the parents' point of view of like not knowing. These are fire resistance potions. Wow. I already like this this ship. Yeah, but I just couldn't. I don't know. That was rough. Just the sheer like, oh, I know all about the game, blah blah, blah, from some other person that was in line. And then to just give out false information. It was not good. And then he ended up buying Overwatch for his kid instead of Minecraft. I feel so bad for the kid that really wanted Minecraft and ended up getting Overwatch instead. Poor kid, man. So when I said annoying earlier, yeah, this guy right here, so annoying. Oh man. If any of you guys have been sticking around for a while and had watched, you know, my RL Craft series, you realize I have a love-hate relationship with those. These guys are the worst. Oh, what are their name again? I always forget. What are you? Come here. Come here. The cockatrice. Get out of here with that. Oh, the nausea. I just died so many times of those in RL Craft. It was absolutely ridiculous. Wasn't even fair. Like, how can you even fight them? You have nausea, you're being hit with wither. It's just not great. Oh, and they're so bad. They hit you from all the way in space. It's absolutely insane. By the way, I was wanting to see this. So, this dimension, by the way, might be worth your time, as we're going to mine this, actually just normal size vein of diamond. And we got 16 diamond from that. That's pretty crazy. Same with the, like, iron ore. This is not your normal ore, right? This gets converted. I have no iron ore on me, and that was 16 iron ore that we pulled out of there. So some of these ore veins are really large. Like, they're small, but when you break them, you're getting more than one most of the time. So it's pretty awesome. I just found this watchtower, and oh my goodness, what is another ghost? I didn't get to see what it's from. I just looked at this. Look at this netherite scrap. Like, this straight up just giving you netherite. There's another netherite scrap. I would grab it, but I mean, I do have a lot of netherite. Okay, so I'll be able to see who these are from. Let me kill this guy. Who are you? What are you from? Ice and Fire? I don't remember that being an Ice and Fire. I did see it drop something. Oh, that's another cockatrice. What did it just drop? I know it dropped something. At least I thought it did. Yeah, it dropped this. What is that? Ectoplasm. Wait, is that what I thought it was? Just crawling around there? Oh no, it's a cockatrice. Oh gosh. Oh, can I get that thing out of here? So I definitely now know where to farm terracotta. So this would be a great place to farm terracotta for builds. And I think terracotta would actually look really good with that create stuff. So very awesome place to definitely come and check out for that. Also, if you're looking for ore, yeah, this is probably going to be a great place to quarry. Like, there's no doubt about, like, the quarry potential that this has. So as always, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that is going to go to Selena. Thank you so much for your patronage, and I really do appreciate you. If you're interested, by the way, in becoming a Patreon yourself and supporting the videos I make, that is, of course, the best way to do it. And you can find that linked down in the description below. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Of course, if you did, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a huge thumbs up. We are getting so close to that 400,000 subscriber mark, and I would really appreciate if you'd click that subscribe button. Man, I really hope we hit it by the end of the year. Like, that would be absolutely amazing. Guys, of course, I'll see you in the next episode, and as always, thanks for watching.